Hey, Jason here. In this episode of Value Investing in Your Car, I want to talk about or do a mini book review of The E-Myth Revisited. I just finished yesterday, the day before. Fantastic book. It was recommended to me last year around this time, maybe a little bit towards the middle of summer, sometime in this time frame. I haven't listened to it, or I didn't listen to it yet. Of course, I've heard of the book for years. I don't know why I never listened to it until now. Or I don't know why I didn't listen to it in the past. I know why I will listen to it now was because in, I believe it was another episode, I talked about, actually it was one of the, I believe is the video, The Most Important Thing I Learned in 2017 or last year, whatever the exact title was. I talked about the importance of learning delegation, teamwork, building systems, those kind of things. And the E-Myth, that's why I read that book now, is because I'm actually implementing all that. We've been implementing all that in my team for about 4 months now. I think we put everything into kind of place and through our plans and strategic plans and stuff like that in December-ish timeframe, January timeframe. It's now late March. So we began putting systems in place to not only so I could have more time, but so I could delegate more to them, and then eventually they could delegate more to their teams that they built. Why? So I can work on my business, not in my business constantly, or not on my businesses, multiple, instead of working in them constantly, working 100-hour weeks and driving myself nuts constantly, which is what I was doing before. And that's what the E-Myth is all about, is building systems, delegation, building a team structure when you start needing to hire people, putting people in the right places to succeed, expectations for all these people, how you should run your business, business strategy. So right now, for what I'm doing in my own businesses, it was a fantastic book. If I was at a different stage, if this was several years ago, it probably just went over my head, and I'd probably been like, okay, whatever, I'll do this delegation and teamwork stuff at some point. But because I'm actually building this right now, and everything I talked about in the video, The Most Important Thing I Had to Learn in either 2017 or last year, whatever the title is. And if you're interested, I have my team reference that below if you want to watch that video, because that's very specific to what we're talking about here in this book. And so the whole point of the E-Myth goes through this story of not only the author Michael Gerber and what he's building with his team in the the E-Myth Worldwide, I think is the name of the company. But it goes through a story of Sarah, it's her fake name, in her pie shop, and how she's going nuts trying to do everything herself, working 80, 100-hour weeks and not having any fun. It's turned into a freaking nightmare. And if you ever started a business, you have likely hit that point at some point. I know I hit that stage last year really hard myself, and then I began hiring team members and delegating and doing the kind of stuff I already talked about. So if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, want to be an entrepreneur, want to be a business owner, are thinking about starting a business and think like that, and you haven't been thinking about it for a long time, you've never started a business before, highly recommend this book, because it'll teach you that you should work on your business, not in your business, meaning you should have systems in place. The kind of overarching goal, at least to me, of the book is to have systems in place, standardized systems via procedure docs, operators manuals, whatever you want to call them, that you can literally hire somebody off the street, and within a day they know what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. That's the McDonald's business model. They run a $100 billion business, worldwide business, pretty much with high school kids, because the systems are so strong in place that they don't have to hire super experienced people. They don't have to hire super skilled people. The systems are so fantastic at this point, after 50, 60 years in business for McDonald's, that they hire kids and then they have them working the next day, and then they keep going and going, flipping burgers, pushing french fries, selling chicken sandwiches, all that kind of stuff. So the whole point, again, of the book is building systems within your own business. I'll give you an example of some of the systems we're implementing right now. A lot of our time is spent on kind of building back-end stuff. And what I'm training my team to do now is, or what I've been training them and what I need to do more of, is train them how to do that themselves, give them systems, put my systems in place. For example, building integrations in our ClickFunnels. For example, I take care of all that. The Facebook pixel, the marketing stuff, the testing, I take care of all that. So what I'm going to do from a real world perspective now, and I've had this planned for a while now, even before I read this book, but this kind of just solidified everything I've been working on, and I've actually built a list. I think there's like 30 things I need to systemize, or we need to systemize in my businesses, not only to free up my time so I can do more stuff that I should be doing, like creating content, meeting with clients, training clients, getting consulting jobs, selling real estate, all that kind of like money, revenue generating stuff, building brand kind of stuff. Delegate that kind of stuff I shouldn't be doing to my team so I can concentrate on what I should be doing, which frees up my time. And then eventually, once they start building their own teams, and let's say in the marketing arena, we will have systems in place for how to take care of all this stuff in the marketing arena. It'll be legitimately checklists, everything to take care of. Make sure the URL is correct. Make sure the landing page has XYZ 1, 2, 3 points, specifically in that order, or because they are there will be little workarounds in terms of design, but in terms of structure, most of the time, headline, copy or video, call to action, that's it. Maybe a one-time sale, something like that. But these will all be documented as one example in our businesses. And then not only will, again, that take my time off my plate, but once they start building their teams in their specific niches, marketing, general kind of administrative stuff, ClickFunnels, sales, virtual assistant agency, ClickFunnels, whatever, real estate, whatever else we end up doing, those systems will be in place, and literally we'll be able to hand people that we hire the documents, and we can tell them to go. So that's pretty much the entire premise of the book. Entrepreneurs, if you've ever started a business or ever thought about starting a business, it's hard to let go of control. But as I talked about in the video I've mentioned several times here, and that will be linked below, the most important thing I learned in 2017, it's necessary if you want to grow past a certain size. There's only so many hours in the day. There's only so many hours in the day you can work without either driving yourself crazy or physically not being able to do it anymore, burning out, whatever you want to call it. So this right now, again, was a perfect kind of book to listen to. And I highly recommend, again, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, thinking about opening your own business, anything in the entrepreneurial realm, I highly recommend you listen to this. And you can see my other book reviews to the right. You can see all the other episodes in Value of SG Car to the right, and our other playlists to the right. Make sure to like, love, share. Let me know in the comments below if you've read this book, what you thought of it. If you didn't like it, anything I missed that's important in the book. I just kind of want to do a quick review here, so other commenters can see other important aspects of the book. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you see anytime we release a new video. And I hope you enjoyed this episode talking about the E-Myth and my little mini book review of it, and giving some real world examples from what I'm implementing, systems and lessons I'm implementing from this book, and other lessons from the last year and a half or so in my own businesses. Thanks. Have a great day. I will see you in the next video.